So my name's Ariana, this is Karina. We are from Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. So right now we have a couple different animals that we brought with us from our zoo. All of these are animal ambassadors, so their job is to come out and to educate about their species. So we do a lot of programs at the zoo in the education department. That is our job. We like to say that we're kind of teachers at the zoo. So if you guys want to come for field trips, we do offer that. And then we also offer programs that go to your classroom. So if you can't come to the zoo can come to you. Mileage is not an issue. We have gone to programs from New Mexico, Colorado Springs, Denver, and Wyoming. So mileage is not a problem. I have Tut right here. He is an Egyptian tortoise, and he's great to talk about conservation, adaptations, classifications, habitats. We are able to kind of customize whatever you would like to talk about. We do anything as small as pre-K series. I know pre-K, we talk about senses a lot, and we have a whole series for that. We have programs for up to high school. We have ones where they can collect data when you come to our zoo, and we do a lot with that. So whatever programs that you as teachers would like to teach, we are able to supplement and go to your classrooms to be able to do that for you. And we have our ambassador animals. So we do have with us, we have Frida. She is an armadillo, a three-banded. We have tiger salamanders. So those are really fun to talk about as amphibians with classifications. And then we also have scorpions. We do also have snakes, small mammals, other insects that we bring to you guys.
My name is Bob Guy. I am the Patriot Chess Chair for the state of Colorado. Next to me is Chip. We have Wally and Susie. Wally's representing the Civil War northern area. Gary here represents the southern, the Confederates. And we do programs in various schools to talk about what life was like in the colonial times as well as during the Civil War period. And we teach children various things that they never hear of, they never see, they never read about in school. So we teach them, for example, yesterday we did a program in which we taught children how to properly bow and curtsy, because that's a sign of respect and courtesy to their teachers and any adult members. It could be their parents, could be their minister, whatever. So we talk about education in the colonial times. What was it like? We talk about the events that created the war, why we turned from a very loyal British subjects into patriots that fought against our British brothers and sisters, if we want to call that. So this is a program that we do. It affects all grades, actually. Any grade that wants to talk about what life was like down in the colonial area. We don't have to talk about the war. We can just talk about life, education, and so forth. And for the older kids, maybe 5th grade, 8th grade, we actually get into actual we'll call it mini reenactments in which we can demonstrate the loading and firing. We don't fire, actually, but the loading and firing of a musket so they can actually see what it was like.
Or march them around the field.
We march them around the field, absolutely. So we have a great time doing this, and we love the children, and the children, you know, they're mainly in big awe of some of the things we talk about and some of the things we do. We are located throughout Colorado, so we support all of the school districts. Douglas County, we have several programs we do each year. We've had some great success here with your schools.
One thing is, it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
What?
It is free.
No charge. We love history. We all have relatives, and we love sharing our history of both our families and our country.
My name's John McKinney from the Cherokee Ranch in Sedalia, Colorado. We're a living part of the history of Douglas County. The ranch is over, it was started in 1954. We have a 100-year-old castle. And our newest thing, we're an SCFD-funded nonprofit, so our newest program is to actually do professional development for classroom teachers. It's a unique experience. It's taught by other experienced teachers at the picnic house at the castle. And we hike the land. Many of our activities, we get to actually enter the castle and visit the 100-year-old castle. But it's an enrichment opportunity for teachers that is really unique. They get to work together in the morning, hike, and then collaborate to share ideas of how this might look in their classroom. We have archaeological assets. You can learn about local weather, geology. So it's a really great experience. Most of all, it's collaborative. You're working with people you know. You can bring friends of yours and have a day of learning. And last but least, most important, it's absolutely free to any classroom teacher. It's part of our goal it's our mission at the ranch to promote education. It was the owner who set up the foundation. She loved children. She loved to have them on the ranch. And so we hope to see you out there sometime, and look for our classes in June of 25.
Hi, I'm Cami. I am with Parker Arts down working with the town of Parker, and I am here mainly to talk about our student matinees. So we offer student matinees, as well as each of them has a public performance the evening of. We have the opportunity for busing scholarships depending on your school, and we have some very exciting shows lined up. We have Sugar Skull, Pout Pout Fish, Mary Poppins, Steve Trash, Dragons and Mythical Beasts, and the Emperor's Groovy New Threads. One of the other things we have, if you have kids or if you know kids, we also have lots of different classes and camps that run throughout the entire year. We are also always looking for contractors, so if you're with an organization or if you're interested in getting in contact with different art, STEM, music, anything like that, we would love to have you. We're always looking for educators, and we have some very exciting stuff coming up, so we hope to see you at PACE.
Douglas County Open Space. Our county actually decided that, the people of the county decided that there were too many houses being built in Douglas County. So the citizens put it on the ballot that, that the people actually voted in to establish an open space program for Douglas County. And with that, some of the sales and use tax is used for actually purchasing properties that won't be developed. And also, besides purchasing properties, we put conservation easements on properties that people wanted them conserved, so that in the future they weren't developed also. So we have places like Cherokee Ranch that have conservation easements on them, and then properties like Sandstone Ranch and DuPont Open Space, and many other properties that you can look up and find out where you can go, and where there are trails available to the public. So an hour before sunrise and an hour after sunset, you can go out there. With schools, we would love to have more schools go out and enjoy our open space properties. If you're not taking your own class out there on a trail, you can talk to Douglas County Open Space, and we'd be happy to get the students out there on some of these properties and actually look at places where there are lots of birds. You might have a whole grouping of good wildlife on the properties. You could also have waterways where you could dip for the types of insects that live in there. If you're studying things about plants and the fruits that come from some of the native plants that we have here. And, or if you want to take the kids on a bicycle ride, you can ride on some of the trails. There's some beautiful trails to go to. Kids really remember their field trips. If you thought back on the classes that you really liked when you went to school, you probably remember those field trips. You might not remember many days where you sat in the classroom and had to listen and just work within the walls of your school, which it's wonderful that we do have good schools here, but get those kids outside. You can learn about history. You can get some of your recreation going there. You can also learn about agriculture. Research projects, you can do those out in the field. and native plants, natural resources, various kinds of wildlife, and there's so much that you can learn, and we'd be happy to help you. We can have our rangers help. We have some wonderful volunteers who would be willing to take your class out and enjoy a whole day out in the field. You can have your lunches there. We can take you to places that you might not normally see. And I think that it's fun for the kids and a great learning experience. A lot better than reading from a book.
So I'm a volunteer at Morrison Museum. So we talk about the natural history of Colorado, just the paleontology from the Cretaceous, the Jurassic, and the Ice Age. So we go from Jurassic, Cretaceous to Ice Age. There's a huge gap in the middle, but we really like to talk about the paleontology of Colorado specifically. And in Colorado specifically, we have a huge era of missing rock. So that's what our museum really focuses on, just the things that we're able to find and see. So we do an outreach program, and everything you see on the table is what we would bring to students, education. We even go to nursing homes sometimes. Usually for kiddos, we do have smaller figurines that we bring out. We usually bring them out so everybody can see what dinosaurs really look like when they were alive, things along that line. But we also have people come, and at the end of the tour, where we will actually take students into the fossil preparation lab, and they'll be able to see exactly the process of getting that bone out of rock, which is really, really cool. Right now, we actually just got an Apatosaurus rib, so a long neck rib out of a rock that took about 7 years. So it's always a good process for kiddos to see exactly how that happens. If you do want us to do an outreach, I know that a lot of educators would prefer to have us talk about paleontology in general, how to become a paleontologist, what paleontologists actually do. So we would love to, tailor our program to schools and fit their needs as well. And some other cool stuff. We've got real bone right here. We've got corporalite, which is some fun dinosaur poop. So we've got a whole bunch.
Hello, I'm Ryan Badger. I'm the Curator of Education and Interpretation at the Littleton Municipal Museum. A lot of people might know it as the Littleton Historical Museum. We've been around for about 50 years. And the thing that's so interesting about our space is not only do we have a museum with exhibits that rotate through for art, history, and culture, we also have 2 living history farms on our property. One is an 1860s museum, living history farm. The other one is an 1890s farm. We have livestock, we have blacksmiths, we have schoolmaster. We have lots of things for kids to do, lots of things for them to experience, to really not only understand the Front Range, but also to life on the farm. And we love having kids out. We schedule far in advance. Our field trips are only $2 per person for children and adults. And of course, we can make exceptions for Title I schools. But we really celebrate the heritage, culture, history, and the agricultural history of our area. If any of you teachers are looking for reading material prior to coming out, we have Little Britches and Man of the Family, which is in the Littleton area, as well as Molly, the Diary of Molly Sanford, which is another young woman who traveled across the plains to come out to our area in the 1860s. So please come and see us. Feel free to reach out to me, and I can help you with any scheduling needs that you have for your field trips.
Beautiful. Nice job.
This is StemScopes. We provide math and science K through high school. And then also, these are all of our publications. We provide 3rd through 5 math, independent skills training, and then also we provide hands-on activities. So instead of being in front of a computer all the time or teaching to the student, we also provide hands-on labs to do. So this is going to be in classroom. We can even bring it outside the classroom, projectors, really to get the kids hands-on and really nitty and gritty with science. So this is a program that they purchase, and what they do, the teachers are able to log in, create their lesson plans through the planner, and be able to have everything organized for the week. What it does is it allows the teachers to do what they do best, which is teach, instead of having to hunt for resources. So we're really that go-to for the teacher, for the resources, for the math, and really going to be STEM related. So really hands-on activities.
Hi, I'm Becky Wiley. I'm the current president of SHAPE Colorado. So it is the Society of Health and Physical Educators. We are a state affiliate of SHAPE America, which is a national organization. So they work with the state standards or the national standards. And so here in Colorado, we're just a group of very passionate physical educators and health teachers. We also have professors from all the PE teacher education programs in the state of Colorado. We have administrators, we have district coordinators, and we're just really here to make sure that all our students have access to quality health and physical education.